Adam was a young guy obsessed with all things mysterious, especially the supernatural and the paranormal. He was always searching in the shadows for secrets most people prefer to leave untouched. One day, he heard someone mention a book that could allow its owner to communicate with otherworldly realms. While wandering through an old market filled with the scent of ancient books and dust, he stumbled upon a worn leather-bound tome buried under a pile of forgotten books. It had no title or clear markings, but something about it drew him in. The moment he touched the cover, a sudden chill swept over him, as if unseen eyes were watching. He began flipping through its tattered pages, but what he discovered in its lines was far more than he had bargained for. Yes, Adam had found the book he was looking for. He rushed home. At that night, he decided to try one of the rituals described in the book. He locked the doors, lit a black candle, and burned incense with a suffocating scent. He sat inside the circle he had drawn with red powder and began reciting the strange words written on the stained, dark pages. At first, nothing happened, but he didn't stop. He tried again and again. With each whisper, he felt the air grow heavier, as if invisible breaths were filling the room. Then, everything changed. The air turned icy. The walls began to whisper, not from behind them, but from within them. Slow, deliberate knocks echoed from everywhere. The ceiling, the floor, the corners. His reflection in the mirror no longer moved with him, but stared back with hollow, terrifying eyes. Then from the darkness, a shadow emerged, crawling toward him, its limbs twisting like a hungry serpent. He wanted to get up, but his body was almost paralyzed. Cold whispers slittered into his ear. Not words, but the moans of something horrifying that didn't belong to this world. Then, the candles went out. Since that night, Adam was never the same. They found him sitting in the corner of the room, his eyes wide, staring at something no one else could see. He whispered incomprehensible words, repeating over and over, "I opened the door and I can't close it." Adam is still among us, but he's no longer the same. Do you know which book I'm talking about? Yes, it's Shams al-Ma'arif al-Kubra, or as some call it, the Devil's Bible. Whether you believe in this world or not, it exists. Some use it in secret to achieve their dark goals, hiding their secrets in the shadows. This isn't just superstition. It's a real force that could consume your life if you get too close. And today, I won't warn you. I won't say stay away from magic and sorcerers. Stay away from the world of jinn. Stay away no matter the temptations. Nah, I'm not gonna say that. Instead, I'll get closer to you and reveal the secret of this cursed book, the most terrifying and mysterious book in the world of magic and sorcery. A book banned by all religions and countries, and one that some believe was written by the devil himself. Think deeply about the consequences before you go further with me. There are doors once opened, can never be closed. So are you ready to uncover the secrets of this cursed book? Ahmad ibn Ali al-Buni was born in the city of Pune during the 13th century. He grew up in a scholarly Sufi environment, deeply influenced by Islamic jurisprudence and mysticism, and became one of the greatest scholars of his time in spirituality, astrology, and spiritual healing. It's said that al-Buni wasn't satisfied with the knowledge he gained in his homeland. He embarked on long journeys in search of deeper wisdom, traveling to Tunisia, Andalusia, Jerusalem, Iraq, Egypt, and other major centers of learning. During these travels, he studied under great scholars and was influenced by Sufi thought. But he wasn't just an ordinary mystic. He was searching for something deeper, something mysterious and dangerous. Al-Buni earned a prestigious reputation among the scholars of his time, with some even studying under him. However, he was different in one key aspect. He preferred solitude over socializing. He would retreat to mountains and caves, spending long days in meditation and prayer, without food or companionship, as if seeking answers from another world. During these long periods of isolation, al-Buni began hearing strange voices with no clear source. These weren't mere illusions. They felt like messages carrying cryptic meanings. Gradually, he became convinced that these signals were not random, but were attempts by a hidden ward to communicate with him. It wasn't just voices. He felt as though unseen forces were watching him, whispering secrets no one had ever heard before. This mysterious experience marked a turning point in his life, as he decided to immerse himself in the study of talismans and magic, not as an observer, but as a practitioner and researcher, seeking to understand and control these forces. And so al-Buni began documenting what he learned in a book that would become the ultimate reference for magic and talismans throughout the ages. And this is where our story with Shams al-Ma'arif al-Kubra begins. Shams al-Ma'arif al-Kubra is considered one of the most mysterious and controversial books in human history. It's associated with black magic, summoning spirits, communicating with jinn, and cryptic talismans, as well as astrology, while some view it as a Sufi text exploring the science, letters, and numbers. The truth hidden within this book is far darker than the human mind can imagine. The book consists of 577 pages, divided into 20 chapters, containing talismans, the names of jinn kings, and their roles in the unseen world. It explains how to summon mysterious entities, read fortunes, control spiritual forces, and even use letters and numbers to alter reality. But that's not all. The book delves deeply into the influence of planets and astrology, and it said that mastering its secrets could grant terrifying powers that are impossible to confront, chief among them the ability to communicate with the otherworldly or the infernal. But before we dive into the dark and terrifying details of the book, have you ever wondered where al-Buni acquired all this mysterious knowledge? Where did he get all these spells, talismans, and hidden sciences? Well, there are 4 main theories that have been passed down about how he gained these magical sciences that defy the logic of reality. The first account says that during his travels to Egypt, while exploring an ancient pyramid, al-Buni stumbled upon a small hidden entrance among the rocks. Inside, he discovered ancient magical manuscripts filled with secrets sealed away for centuries. It's said that after uncovering these texts, al-Buni began to understand the hidden forces behind magical talismans and started documenting this knowledge that inspired his book. Al-Buni was particularly fascinated by ancient Egyptian civilization. Rumor has it that during his visit to an Egyptian temple, he found papyri containing magical formulas used by the ancient Egyptians to control jinn and summon spirits. The second account is far more mysterious. It suggests that during his isolation in caves and mountains, al-Buni communicated with jinns or even angels who revealed the secrets of magical talismans and granted him the ability to summon hidden forces. It's said he learned how to control dark powers and wield them, giving him knowledge only a few could comprehend. The third account suggests that al-Buni was deeply influenced by Hermetic philosophy, an ancient tradition linked to Hermes Trismegistus. According to this narrative, al-Buni gathered his knowledge from ancient Hermetic manuscripts and discoveries from other civilizations that held magical secrets and cosmic theories. Al-Buni may have been the bridge between philosophy and occult sciences, using natural forces to manipulate the universe. The fourth account claims that al-Buni died during one of his journeys, and a demonic entity took his place, assuming his identity and writing the book. This being might have been spread the dark arts among humans, using al-Buni's name as a cover to hide the truth. Thus, the book became a channel to another world, pulling its readers into the shadows. After everything we've learned about al-Buni and the strange theories surrounding his forbidden knowledge, the question remains, why Shams al-Ma'arif al-Kubra considered the most dangerous book in history? What secret does it hide? And why has it been suppressed for centuries? 20 chapters. At first glance, it might seem straightforward, but the devil is in the details. The small, easy overlooked elements, they might hold the key. The first 2 chapters, letters, runes, portals to another world. The book opens with a stark warning from al-Buni himself to those who underestimate its contents or use them without prior knowledge. The first 2 chapters revealed one of the oldest hidden secrets, letters. Here al-Buni explains that every letter holds a power that influences the unseen world. Their arrangement isn't random, but a key to communicating with mysterious entities. In other words, if you arrange and recite these letters and numbers in a specific way and sequence, they can generate energy capable of opening a door to the other side. Chapter 3 and 9, the sacred names. According to the book, some names should never be uttered carelessly. They must be spoken in precise numbers and at specific astrological timings, or they could be backfire on the speaker. The book discusses the sacred names of God, verses from holy texts, and how to use them in spiritual rituals, not just for protection, but for far darker purposes. Chapters 4 and 12, numbers. Here, numbers are not just mathematical tools, but a cosmic language said to influence human lives. Certain dates might be far more dangerous than we realize, and some calculations could reveal a person's destiny before they even know it. This chapter eerily echoes Nikola Tesla's obsession with the numbers 3, 6, 9, which he believed held the key to the universe. But do numbers truly hold this power? Or are we chasing patterns that don't exist? Chapters 5, 6, 13. Talismans and incantations. Talismans and incantations are among the most terrifying elements of this book. Strange geometric shapes inscribed, with a mix of comprehensible and cryptic text, enchanted squares, and bizarre writings, all arranged in specific patterns. These talismans are said to open gateways between worlds, potentially serving as portals to the underworld. Chapters 7, 10, 16 are the most strange and terrifying, as they talk about summoning jinn and spirits and how to control them. At first, it all seems mundane, but a single phrase, meaningless now, could rearrange everything later. The question is, will you notice it before it's too late? These chapters are the most dangerous in the book, especially chapter 7, titled The Names by Which Prophet Jesus Revived the Dead. It details methods for summoning jinn and spirits through complex rituals requiring strict conditions, like fasting for specific periods, breaking the fast with designated foods, isolation, and reciting incantations in precise locations. The most horrifying part, discussions of human sacrifices and pacts with demons, swearing allegiance to them in exchange for fulfilling desires. Chapters 8 and 14, talismans and amulets. These 2 chapters showcase bizarre symbols and claim that if carved correctly, they create an invisible shield against evil forces. They are also used for mind sorcery, controlling others and bending their will. What do you think? Do you believe words can sway minds, manipulate souls, and make the impossible possible? Chapters 11 and 18, planets and astrology. Here we get details about timing rituals based on planetary movements. It claims certain planets influence human energy, and specific nights hold unique powers that amplify spells. Chapters 15 and 17, mind control. This session is the most dangerous. Can you influence someone's thoughts without them knowing? Many have reportedly used these spells to attract lovers or destroy marriages. The book describes techniques to exploit human weaknesses, turning emotions into tools for manipulations. Chapters 19 and 20, luminous and shadowy letters. The final chapters reveal the cryptic division of letters. Luminous ones are used for benevolent talismans, while shadowy letters grant power to those daring enough to embrace darkness. darkness. But how are these letters combined? And why are there warnings against using them? After unraveling the 20 chapters and their arcane secrets, one foundational rule governs all these rituals and spells. Any imbalance will destroy everything. The book ties human equilibrium to the four elements: fire, water, air, and earth. These are not just natural forces, but also blend with the body, like the four humors theorized by Hippocrates, influencing both body and soul. Through talismans and incantations, these elements can be manipulated. Blood, hot and dry as fire. Yellow bile, hot and moist as air, flowing from the liver. It fuels energy and vitality, but its imbalance breeds rage and aggression. Phlegm, cold and moist as water. It symbolizes calm and logic, but excess slows the body and mind, bringing lethargy. Black bile, cold and dry as earth, pulling in the spleen. It deepens thought and reflection, but too much drowns you in sorrow. According to the book, manipulating these humors through talismans can disrupt the body and mind, weaken a person, or making them vulnerable to hidden forces. Thus, the body itself becomes a battleground for sorcery, its balance reshaped by those who hold the keys to this ancient science. But true power lies not in one element alone. It's the balance between them. Every talisman must respect this equilibrium or it backfires. Here is the riddle. Are these just old theories? Or could arrange these elements in talismans unlock sealed doors? The book's most unsettling secrets. The so-called 7 kings of the earth and the kings of jinn, each with their roles, servants, and rituals for summoning and control. Let's start with the 7 kings of earth. Rokiail, the king of the sun, ruler of Sunday, grants power and dominance. His name is used in spells for control and grandeur. Gabriel, linked to the moon, ruler of Monday, governs dreams, visions, and communication with hidden realms. Samzamel rules Mars, lord of Tuesday, master of combat spells, revenge, and brute force. Mikael, tied to Mercury, ruler of Wednesday, betrothed of wisdom and knowledge, summoned for spells of understanding, communication, and persuasion. Serphiail governs Jupiter, ruler of Thursday, used in spells for luck, wealth, and influence. Anyail, bound to Venus, ruler of Friday, influence love spells, attraction, and heart manipulation. Casphiail, lord of Saturn, ruler of Saturday, master of isolation and dark power, called upon for black magic and punishments. And now, let's move to the kings of jinn. Kardal, one of Iblis's most powerful followers, imprisoned by Iblis for rejecting subtle temptation and favoring outright slaughter. He appears openly to people, wreaking havoc on them, and is known for his ability to cause physical harm. He appears openly to people to kill and wreak physical havoc. Nasur, a demon-serving sorceress. Summoning him requires blasphemy, bodily impurity, and defiled spaces. He has a covenant rooted in blasphemy. Few dare call him. He manifests in horrifying forms most sorcerers can't endure. He's briefly mentioned in the book, and methods for summoning him and seeking his help are hinted at. Maimon, a demon that sorcerers unleash on people, especially women, because he loves to sexually assault women. He's known as the lover type, and women or girls feel his presence through erotic dreams, a form of supernatural assault. Falzer, one of the kings of jinn. He has absolute authority over the jinn who inhabit empty places anywhere on the earth, regardless of their religion or beliefs. No jinn under his command can disobey him. Muharun, king of all carnies attached to humans and animals. He rules countless jinn servants. Azazel, king of demons hunting bathrooms, summoned there through blasphemous rituals. He appears as a massive elephant hierophant, demanding worship before granting a sorcerer's wishes. Zaytar, one of Iblis's eldest sons, he appears to blasphemous sorcerers under the condition that they strip naked, commit major sins, and renounce their faith. He possesses immense power and fulfills the sorcerer's malicious demands without hesitation and with incredible speed, no matter how extreme they are. The enigma surrounding the book isn't limited to its content alone, but extends to its mysterious ending and the disappearance of some original copies. How did this book vanish, and what secrets lie behind the unknown fate of its author? It's said that once the book True Nature was uncovered, it was banned and burned in many Arab countries due to its forbidding content, which was linked to practices of black magic and sorcery, acts deemed intolerable in most cultures. The book remained lost for a long time. However, in 1985, a new altered version surfaced in Beirut. Yet, even this modified edition is rumored to retain dangerous secrets, believed to have been lost from the original. The original copy of the book, said to contain unimaginable secrets, is allegedly stored in a hidden vault at the British Museum. This version is claimed to bear inscriptions that can only be deciphered by dark forces or the most powerful sorcerers. Many believe it's the source of the unexplained incidents that have plagued those who have encountered it since its discovery. But some argue the truth is far more complex. They claim the book was not merely a human creation, but was dictated by hidden forces, perhaps even the devil and his servants, who whispered its contents to al-Buni. As the book began to spread, these entities feared it might fall into the wrong hands and be used against them, leading them to erase it from existence. Now, what of al-Buni himself? What became of him? The disappearance of Ahmad bin Ali al-Buni remains shrouded in mystery and speculation, with no known grave and no definitive record of his death. Three main narratives attempt to explain his fate. The first claimed he vanished without a trace, as if the earth swallowed him whole, leading some to believe he possessed arcane knowledge, allowing him to cross into another realm or depart this world in a way beyond human comprehension. The second theory suggests that the teachings of Shams al-Ma'arif al-Kubra posed such a grave threat to religious orthodoxy that scholars or authorities intervened, isolating him in an unknown location. After his death, all traces of him were erased to prevent his ideas from spreading. The most chilling account, however, alleges al-Buni did not die a natural death. Instead, he met his ends at the hands of a non-human entity. It's said that during a spiritual ritual, he summoned a force he couldn't control. A mysterious being suddenly appeared, tore his body apart, then vanished with the corpse, as though neither had ever existed. Some sources insist this event truly occurred, witnessed by those present with al-Buni at the time. Shams al-Ma'arif al-Kubra remains an awe-inspiring enigma, not only for its cryptic content, but also for the unresolved fate of its author. What do you think, friends? Was al-Buni merely a scholar passionate about knowledge, or did he overstep the bounds of permissible science, becoming a pawn of sources beyond our understanding? Is the book just written words, or do its pages hide secrets that should never be unveiled? And most importantly, does the original copy still exist, or has it vanished like its author? Share your thoughts in the comments. That's all for this episode. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Catch you in the next one.